Hey guys, Mars Thinking here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we got some information regarding the upcoming update. A lot of this stuff was mentioned back in the producer letter, which we're going to go over here in detail at the end, but this is for update 5.23.0. It says it will be released soon. Now, I know our boy Rick on Twitter, who often tweets out like data mine stuff, posted about there being an update coming soon. I think next week, although the maintenance announcement, I believe, for this is not in the game. Let me just double check that here, because obviously this went up in the news today. So update 5.23.0 will be released soon. Here is a sneak peek of some of the features. We have the optimization of the panel missions. You'll be able to attempt missions from different tabs at the same time and check the completion rewards of each board. The greatest warrior, which can be attempted after you complete the tutorial, will be revamped into panel missions that are categorized into the following difficulties: beginner, intermediate, advanced, and expert. And you can kind of see a screenshot of the tab there with the tabs at the top for the different difficulties. Attempt the greatest warrior from the beginner tab. Complete all the missions to strengthen the super warriors. So we'll go into some more detail about this in a minute, but this is another thing that was shown in that producer letter. We are essentially going to be getting a full free-to-play Z Fighters team, or I guess Saiyan Saga team, to go along with the version Z LR Goku. You can access the event by tapping panel missions on the home screen. So there's going to be another button on the home screen in order to activate those or to access those missions. Now it does say you can still attempt the revamped Greatest Warrior, which will be available in multiple difficulties even if you have completed the previous Greatest Warrior. So this is just like when they released the version Z Goku revamped tutorial and everything the first time, is even if you were not a new player and had already played like the beginning of the quest, because there wasn't really a tutorial other than like jumping into that first Goku event where you farm the Tech Goku that awakens into a Super Saiyan and then jumping into quest mode. There wasn't really much of a tutorial back in the day. So when the new one released with the version Z Goku and the new panel missions, you were able to attempt those even if you'd already done it, right? So certain missions will be automatically completed if you have already met the completion condition. So again, this is probably going to be a thing where for people who are not new to the game, there's a possibility that some or even all of these missions will be auto-completed once the update goes live, which obviously will be nice for those players. The fact that you're essentially just going to be able to log in and get a bunch of rewards just straight off the bat without actually having to do anything, because you've already completed the missions before. And you can still unlock the attempt the content you have unlocked by completing the previous Greatest Warrior. So basically they're just kind of making sure that everybody is able to do this, even if you had started the previous tutorial, you've done the previous tutorial, or even if you're from way back when, and it'll be the same as when they added the panel missions the first time. So addition of a screen that displays information on enemies. You'll be able to check the information on the enemies who will appear in the stage before you attempt the stage. So this is quite interesting, because obviously we're used to, if we go into something like the red zone event or blue zone or something like that and click on the little eye like icon to bring up the information tab, it gives you some information on the event, but not exactly like an insane amount. Like, for example, if we look at the memorable battles event with the physical Janemba, who's currently probably one of the toughest bosses in the game, it gives us the we scroll down, stage 10 versus Super Janemba. It just says extreme physical type. His attack will rise with each attack received. His attack will also rise when he receives an attack from an STR character. His defense will be lowered every time he receives an unarmed super attack. So there's a little bit of information about the character, but this says here we have to check the information on the enemies before you attempt the stage. I wonder if this is going to mean stats like HP, for example, or I'm not really sure, because this tab does give us a little bit of information. I wonder if it will also show the things like can't be sealed, can't be stunned, can't be attack lowered, or obviously will show if they can be, because of course that's something that's very useful to know, right? Like if a new blue zone stage comes out and the second or third phase like boss can be attack lowered, that would be something that would be really useful to know before you build your team and jump straight into the event, right? So there's a couple of different things that this could potentially be, but either way, additional information on the enemies before we start a stage. Then we also have visualization of the action count of characters. Now, this is a big one, right? This can be really useful for a lot of different characters' passives. You will be able to check the number of times certain actions were performed by a character in battle. And then it just says stay tuned for update 5.23.0. So this is going to be big because this will give you the option in game. Like when now with the an update we got a little while ago, you can click on one of your 3 characters at the bottom, and rather than holding it down, it stays up and it has a bunch of information. That is now going to have information on it about the number of times that you've performed certain actions, which will be things like attack, super attack, dodge, get hit, guard, like that kind of thing, right? Which will be really useful for characters that build up their passive and unlock certain abilities once they've done a certain number of things a certain number of times. And it basically means you're never stuck in a situation where, you know, say you get round to the 2nd or 3rd appearance of a character on the rotation, and then you have to stop for a second and think, wait, how many times has this character dodged? Like, do I need to put them here where these attacks are, or can I get away with putting them in this slot because they only need to get like 1 more attack in or something like that? So this information is going to be very, very helpful. And if we jump over to, this is the producer letter tweet that I was talking about from towards the end of September. This is where they show the visualization of the number of times actions were performed. So you can see here, there's the punching icon, I imagine, is attacks, and the Kamehameha is super attacks. This one looks like getting hit. This one looks like guarding. And then this one looks like dodging. So all very important information to know when it comes to certain characters' passives. So that's definitely very, very helpful. And then, yeah, they've reduced some of the information down a little bit so you can open up a sub-menu if you want to see all the info in a certain place, rather than having it all appear. They're changing a bunch of the icons. This one will probably take some getting used to if you're a long-term player. Like, I'm not really sure why they've changed some of these, but I mean, the stun one, like the, you know, like stars swirling around someone's head. I mean, it makes sense to be the icon for stun, but I'm just not sure why you need to change it from this one. But super attack ceiling, and then immune to ceiling, and then interruption and immune to interruption are being changed. And then they do go into a little bit of detail about the update to the Greatest Warrior here. The reason for the change was because people thought there were too many missions, unable to power up summon characters due to not being able to clear events such as a Dokkan event. Because, for example, if you started a new account, you get yourself the version Z Goku. Like, he's probably one of the better characters you have straight away, but he can't do, like, events all by himself. So I think that's one of the main reasons why they've then done this update. So now you can see here, that's the same image that we saw in the news, but here you can see the actual team. So we have the version Z Goku, an AGL Gohan and Piccolo, an Int Krillin, STR Yamcha, Tech Tien, and Physical Chaozu. And so the reasoning behind this, obviously, as they said in the previous one, now once you've completed the full tutorial, you actually have a full team. So whilst I'm not expecting these free-to-play units to be anything too crazy, like obviously at this time we still don't have their details or anything yet, right, like what they do. But whilst I'm not expecting them to be anything crazy, the whole point, it seems, of this redesign is they should be at least on the level, kind of like, you know, the free-to-play Ginyu Force was, free-to-play Team Bardock, I think, was in a similar sort of position, where you can actually be able to go in and, yeah, you're not going to be doing red zone stages and super battle road and stuff like that, but you'll be able to beat a Dokkan event, and then you'll be able to Dokkan awaken the summonable characters that you do get. And then, of course, you know, depending on who they are, especially considering the version Z Goku has an all types lead, you can then just throw them on the team, replace one of the free to play characters, and then, yeah, rinse and repeat, essentially. Go through and beat more Dokkan events to get more medals to awaken the other summonable characters that you get. So, yeah, other than that, I don't think they show any other information in here. No, they don't show any other information about the units or anything. So, there we go. We know that that's going to be coming soon. Obviously, we've already had a data download of all the stuff for this week. We've got the Goku, Super Saiyan Goku Super Easy A tomorrow. We've got the Part 2 LR coming out on Wednesday, and then a World Tournament on Friday. going over the weekend. So I think it's possible that we will probably see this update and like a data download with the info in it potentially after the World Tournament has ended. I guess maybe earliest it could drop on Thursday because content's coming out Tuesday, Wednesday, and then World Tournament starts on Friday. So there's a possibility, we've had it happen before where we have maintenance and then the maintenance essentially ends and the World Tournament pretty much begins like straight afterwards. So that's definitely a possibility as well. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. What about the new update are you the most excited for? I know, like I say, if you're a long time player, I don't expect this like free to play Z-Fighters team to be anything too crazy, but it'll be cool to see what these guys do. Check them out. I mean, I'm sure I will get them all farmed up, awakened, link leveled, and do a video on the team just to see how it is. But I'm obviously not expecting it to be anything too crazy, but it's still pretty cool that that is a thing that you're going to be able to get, and hopefully they've made it nice and easy and accessible for the new players, because that seems to be the point, right? So you just have a full team ready to go so you can go off and start doing Dokkan events and things like that. So like I say, let me know down below in the comment section, what do you guys think of the update? What are you most looking forward to? The being able to see the number of actions in battle, I think, is definitely a big one that will be quite popular, but let me know all your thoughts in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.